Hello, everybody. This is Azrael's Wrath with another Azrael's analysis. I'm just looking to go ahead and analyze one of these games that I've had. Me and KJ and Kumar, we trioed for this game, and I want to analyze how we did because it was a really good game. We had to make our adjustments because the team in the second round made their adjustments, and as you see here, I'm starting out as Thor. I'm tanking, and with the tank mindset, what am I looking to do? I'm looking to make the space, kill their strats, and hopefully save our strats. And with that being said, just do it mechanically better than them. Make sure you have the intellect to understand what's happening on the floor or on the field of play, and then adjust on that. Just adjust from that period on. So usually as Thor, I would start out with the Thor Force, just start out with my lightning. Just go ahead and do that. But I wanted to take a slightly different approach as Thor with this one. I wanted to see what tanks they had. So you see me fighting their cap a little bit. I wanted to press their cap so that he didn't press our supports, which is why I was able to go back a little bit with the support. So I made sure to bubble up to try and attempt. Once I saw there was a Spidey, I wanted to attempt to ground them. So seeing that bubble and then seeing that hopefully it was a good deterrent. And then, doing it again on their front helps out to ground that Strange, to get that pit. And then now you see me pushing back their supports. They have no heals. This Scarlet's dead. So that's the first thinking behind it. And then you see Spidey still being a little bit of a nuisance. To see if I was fantastic right here, he would have been mine. I would have been a little bit aggressive right there. But knowing who I'm using, knowing who I am, and how the kit, you got to know when to take a fight and when not to. So here comes Cat, looking to dive our back line. I was already feeling that, and I was already looking to peel. That was all my mentality of just, we're looking to peel. Like I may be a dive type of tank, but I was looking to smack that cat right there, but it didn't quite so happen. And the good thing is we're still looking to press on, hold this point. But I'm trying to peel. No, I see that there's a Spidey in the background, and I was close to the support. So thank you for the rocket on that ult. That was a really good ult. No, seriously, you're really on point. We needed that. So I'm looking to make space, stun their Strange, get their pushing their tanks back helps out a lot. Bullying the tank, like seriously, that's what Thor can do when it comes to like certain shield tanks, is bully them. So I like that. I like the fact that I was okay with that aspect. And when I saw that we had a shield tank in Emma, my other thought was like, okay, dive peel. That's a really good tandem combination. We have that dive peel. Now they do as well, but like their peel potential is kind of lacking. Like they have at this point, from what I'm seeing with their switches, they have a Bucky, they have Blade, capable of me as Blade, I'm capable of shooting a Spidey. But here you get that ult. And then shoot. Once I got that revive, it really helped out. Yeah, it really helped out in the long run because we were able to regather ourselves in that immediate moment, as opposed to me waiting, or like waiting for me to or tank to come up. Because you got both your tanks here. You just gotta wait on they're trying to sandwich it right there, but I'm already with you. Like I'm really with you, and boom. Yep, the C&D ult already finished, and I already knew that after I killed the Gambit, he was coming back. So, he had to get himself out the way. I saw him at least in the moment. Like, looking back, I see him up top. But knowing that he's in a different position where we like, it helps out our team to position. And right here, I wanted to, obviously, with this ult, just boom, make it harder for them. Making it harder for them to try to take this point with that portal. Because we already knew the portal was coming. We all knew the portal was coming. We were just waiting. Boom. Yep, we get him out of there. And with that, we already know that the Spidey's not going to stay on point for long, and he was one shot. So that was an easy first take. We didn't really have to switch our comp with that one. 4 final hits, 2, 3, DD with the 6, and you know we got good healing right there. No, seriously, very sustained healing at 7 and 6K. Like in all honesty, the fact that their Gambit is the one doing the most healing because he only died once. I killed him at that point, and then their C&D. I'm not sure what their Cloak and Dagger is doing. I guess they're trying to do as much as possible. I mean, I would hope, but they're not. They haven't even broken 5K healing, and they've already died as much as both of our strats combined. So that gives you the analyst take of why they lost that first point. They don't have enough heals, not from the one Gambit that you get with your burst healing, and then obviously you're out of position, and she's not going to be able to do enough healing when you got what diving people like Spidey, and who's she really healing? Strange, maybe even that Moon Knight, or if I'm mistaken, the Moon Knight was a Scarlet Witch at first too. But yeah, that's who you're healing. That's who you're healing, and yeah, it's kind of hard to say when it comes down to that aspect of, all right, can I actually get my ult? And then that's why when she had her ult, they took the point for only a second. And yeah, her ult's very valuable. It just didn't do much, you know? So yeah, I started off with the lightning, just wanted to see if things would if it was okay. Still in a good spot, not a great spot, but yeah, see? Because we had the rocket ult, so knowing what was that, knowing how we were doing, yeah, this was a really good start to the second round. Like in all, this was a really good start to the second round. Now I'm pushing back, bullying this tank. Yeah, and we got him down. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think Spidey or Cat was on point. Yeah, Spidey's on point, and he got our Phoenix and Rocket. So the good thing about that is he got them, but he got away and didn't get all our supports. Maybe Mantis has left, but at the same time he still didn't get all the support. So I'm putting pressure on that Jeff right here. Like my first thought is, oh, I'm about to aim down and go ahead and shoot you with some lightning so that you don't get enough like healing output. That was a good ult by Cap. That was a good empowering ult by Cap. They really needed it. They really needed that because now Empower is there. Yep, the C&D ult, which was really needed. They also have triple support here, so that also helped understand like what was going on with them. So I smacked that Jeff to go down. I already knew he's gonna come back up and swim back up. So here's my thing. Boom. And kill him. Like for real. Kill him. Now, yeah, I'm on point by myself. I was hoping that I still had a healer, but I didn't. So that's on me, you know, at that point. Honestly, this Rocket is truly a heal bot, and granted, you can be a heal bot as long as you're a good heal bot. You died 4 times, and you've only got 7K healing. So I'm okay with you being a heal bot if you're decent. You know, you're supposed to, you know, gain more than 8K. You should already be at 8K. That was a great ult by our Phoenix, and then Daredevil's still just doing his thing. Yeah, nice. That was a really nice choke slam by our Emma. Yeah, no, we're our tanks. They only got one tank. They really don't have like a comp for good tanking for their side. Like in all honesty, they have a dive tank, and that's pretty much it. And they don't have nobody's diving, so they don't really have a need for a Bucky. Being real, like when you have to pick, yeah, we knew they were gonna use those teleports right there. And I wanted to be see, nobody thinks of like, all right, you're gonna be right here. Nobody thinks you're gonna go right to the part where the point was like active or something like that when it comes down to. Now I wanted that heal. I wanted that heal kill. It would suck that I didn't get it, but I will say this. Got that one. Got that Gambit, so that helped out a lot. They got that one. And almost got the C&D. Trying to figure out, yeah. Nah, I think tables turned because we did not have heals. Yeah, tables definitely turned. We didn't have the heals on that point for that one. So that sucks at that aspect. But Yeah, no, I've almost got my ult. I think that around that time too, they was asking about a portal. Even though we don't really need a strange portal, there's literally a portal to the left. Like there's literally a portal right there to the left. I'm glad I looked over there too. Like I already knew I was gonna take this portal. Cause right here, just one shot. And I got him. Like knowing that helped me out. Now I wanted to do it on point, but I didn't realize that the C&D already ulted. So that's timing was my fault. I could say that for that one, the timing on my part with that ult was not good. Now trying to peel right here, very good. Because I knew we needed help. Because this Spider-Man was actually doing his job. He was actually doing his thing with this one, and the supports were in trouble. So they won this one. They won this point. It was really hard fought though, like truly hard fought. But I was looking about the change. He already changed to Strange, and yeah, no, we lost that one by a very close margin. Very close margin. When they told me that the Spider-Man was the problem. Here's my thought process. When you tell me that a Spider-Man's a problem, my answer is go anti-dive. Whatever anti-dive looks for you, whatever is comfortable for you, go for it. Anti-dive for me is Mr. Fantastic. He fits so well in so many different comp plays and well, all right. I can utilize him in a lot of different comp plays and I like to do so. So with that, I can say I'm pretty flexible. Yes, the pun is very much intended, but I'm very flexible in that regards. And it shows here too, actually when you see me tanking and going for it as Fantastic. So yeah, no, my thought process here, get the Spider-Man. Get Spidey. Like that's all my job is from here on out. Protect supports from Spider-Man. And as you see, I mean, we will see the results of how I do. But I will say I did end the game with the most final hits. It was a really good game too. We really coordinated together. We were really communicative. Like and then right here, I felt it. You can hear those webs. So I immediately was on the lookout. Sorry about the DD that died. No, he died to Cap. In all honesty, I don't believe he should. But now, as Fantastic, I'm being basically being the off tank. I'm the off tank here. I have to dive and peel. Or like, I won't say dive and peel, but like definitely right there. Getting that spider felt so satisfying. That was the play. Yeah. That was a hell of a turn. Like, because I thought he wasn't going to look going for me, but then he went for the easy uncontested or the easy pick, which was a good value for Mag right there. So, but this ain't about him. This is about me duffing these Spider-Man. And I can hear that web. That web is very much loud. So we have triple support. And in my opinion, not everybody needs triple support. But the support that we did have, we had the Guardians backline. We had the Guardians backline. This is what this is. The Guardians strat. But yeah, here is. Yep, force that ult. And then that was a good counter ult. We had a really good counter ult, but I had to force that ult. Now I'm waiting on the C&D ult to end. Nice. That was a really good choke. Yeah. And that Spidey was going to get dealt with. Now, being in the middle of things, being in the middle of all that, basically replacing Emma as the tank for that moment because we needed some frontline pressure. So it was really good that we did have, like, we were in tandem of how we were thinking. You know, it's really good. Like, we're both, technically speaking, anti-dive. Not even technically. We're both anti-dive. It's the facts. That was a really good ult by Adam, who was the Phoenix. He was Phoenix at first, and he's very good at hit scans. KJ mostly. Check out his Twitch. But here, I'm looking to make sure I get as much value. Like, I didn't know where the C&D was going to go, but I knew they had to go. So, boom, getting that pick, that was the cap. That was really good for me. Like that tank, that was their only tank. That's their, oh, excuse me, that was their secondary tank. He's their dive tank. And then having to get that, yeah, no, had to get Bucky. Had to get the Bucky out of there. But yeah, somebody switched to that main tank and they went back to two supports. And with that, they didn't really recover really well from here on out. Now, getting to 99% for them was really good. But here's where we talk, we communicate. We understand that there's a portal right there behind us, and that's where they're gonna be. Most of them are gonna be coming from now. Yeah, this ult literally gave no value for them. They thought they could time or they thought that we didn't have good ults or time our ults. No, we still had If you know how Mantis gains her ult, yeah, it's always a good ult. And me, looking to get the supports, got both of them in one. Got both of their supports in one. All they have is Spidey and Magneto. So that team fight was won. That team fight was won. Now Spidey go retreat because there's nothing for you to do. Doing well though, but there's nothing for you to do here. So there's Cap. He just went through their portal. Frontlining, yeah, we already know. We pinged it. We pinged that he'd be there. Yeah, we all know. We know where you're gonna be. Seeing Spidey zip. Yep, just gonna bump up a little bit just to make sure that we have team coordination. Now that was a good ult to empower his team. Now this. Right, dive peeled, making sure that, yep. What did I get? A healer. What did I get? The other healer. I got both their strats. So getting their strats, they have no front line right here because Emma just got rocked. Now, yep, Cap gets rinsed. And we sustain. They have no way at this point. They, as you clearly see from the ult charges, they had no way of contesting. Those two fights were very crucial. They needed to contest, or they needed to figure out a way to circumvent our comp that switched up. And it wasn't even a big switch. It was a hit scan strat here and a dive and an anti-dive DPS. Like, in all honesty, that was it. That was literally the only changes that we had. And being that we had the wherewithal to make those changes and be intelligent of how we play with those changes, yeah, no, it made for a really good comp. It made for a really good win. I won't say easy because it wasn't easy. We definitely fought hard for that one. But even in the end, they tried to get Strange to teleport in, and it just didn't work out for them. So shout out to their Spidey. He was really a nuisance. He was really good too. So yeah, no. Shout out to Fallless Chris, because he was a really good player. From what I'm seeing, if I'm not mistaken, he played the Bucky and the Strange. So yeah, no, he did his thing. He got the picks that he could. This cat was, I won't say he was bad. He was pretty decent. He was very decent in how he played. Like the cat really, him and Spidey had some really good coordination on how they did things. But they had a slight tank problem. They had an off tank problem or a main tank problem. I think that's what it was. They had a main tank problem because the Cap Cap can main tank when your main tank is supposed to be dive. Like if your thing is like dive, then Cap can main tank with Thor, or he's off tanking for like a Hulk, or Venom could off tank for him. Like it's very much like how things can be played. So you got to understand the type of comp that you're running along with the enemy that you're going up against. So if they have the anti-dive and you're mostly dive, just know it's probably not going to work out unless they're mechanically trash. Then you know it's not going to. Then you know you can steamroll over them, and this doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they do. You're just better. So I want to thank KJ mostly and Kumar for a trio in that game, and I want to thank the rest of the team, Toy Gat, MV the MVP, and a little Crispy, because little Crispy had the impenetrable defense. Because without the impenetrable defense, we don't gain the type of space that we do as tanks. Because I was tanking with him. I was definitely taking the store. We was making that space, and as you clearly see, got the final hits to do the job that we, set up to do. But yeah, look at all them assists though. All them assists from Kumar. That was good. 42. Yeah, that's killer. And we don't have the numbers over them. Like seriously, but when you're not taking as much damage, are you really gonna have the numbers of healing over the other team? The answer is no, because you're gonna be better. Like you're putting out more damage. Like if none of them have over 18k in damage. Like we have two that have over 19k. And then KJ has over 14, and then our tank also has over 16. So you got some wide variety of how things are played, but if you're not really pressing and finishing, that's the real thing too. When you get those finishes are crucial in timed precious moments. So yeah, no, in all honesty, I think I actually not gonna lie, looking at the numbers now, we actually do have more healing numbers over them, but that's spread out through 3. None of them have over 20k. But even still, just having 20k healing doesn't mean that you're doing super fantastic. It just means you have 20k healing. What is going on with the game? But that's just another analysis and a very successful win that we had yesterday. I like to thank anybody that likes to like, share, subscribe. Please do so. It helps out the channel as much as possible, and this will be looked at as a case where adjustment and will always win out over. And not really will, but definitely intellect, definitely strategy. It's always boils down to strategy. So with that being said, have a good one, y'all. Stay tuned for more.